long from now. He's reportedly, allegedly, whatever word you want to use, asking for £100,000 more. This doesn't make him the highest earner in the Premier League. I should stress that. It does sound like a lot of money, but a lot of players are being paid more than him. We're looking here at the top 7. So he's currently on 175,000. Alexis Sanchez, Harry Kane, Mesut Ozil, Pogba, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Aguero, all ahead of him. Does he A, deserve that cash? Should he get it? And who in this list doesn't deserve that much, do you feel?
Look, everybody who's earning that money deserves it because they put a lot of work in. And the numbers look crazy, look like Monopoly right now, but, you know, you have to be able to pay these big players. Raheem Sterling scored 20 goals or 20-odd goals last season. That is a serious output from a forward player. We know it's in the Pep system and we know Pep's worked with him to improve him. That's what Pep Guardiola does. But he has to go out there and do the business. He's done the business, and whether it's another 100,000 on his wage doesn't even put him in the top 5. And we are talking about a young England international here who's seemed like he's been around forever. Can Manchester City afford it? Of course they can. Will they pay him? That's the sticking question. Will they pay him? Paul, you probably would have a better insight on things like that than me, how it works.
A lot will depend on the agents get involved and then what Pep thinks and then the board thinks. And so there's a lot of toing and throwing. My only thing would be if you do keep prolonging it, maybe I'm not going to sign, but where would you go? Where would Raheem Sterling go?
Spain. Maybe.
They won't need to.
Real Madrid? Or how do you get in that side at this minute? How do you get into Barcelona?
Paul, I don't think he would need to, because if his contract's up, he goes on a free. And then it opens up where he's going to get paid.
But the only thing I would say, so if you have the open contract and say, okay, I'm going to leave. You say, okay, we've got to move to Real Madrid, we've got to move to Barcelona or Bayern Munich. You could get all the money you want, but you don't end up playing. It's what drives him on as an individual. Is it the financial, or is it winning trophies, or is it the whole package? I want the money and I want to win trophies. One, he'll still get great money at Manchester City, and he'll guaranteed win trophies. Guaranteed.
Do you think he deserves that cash?
As Kevin touched it there, every one of the lads,
they deserve it. Does he deserve to get £100,000 more extra?
But you're talking, it's irrelevant, the money, Adam. It's totally irrelevant now because everybody's getting paid the way the rate is. So forget money, forget transfer fees, forget salaries. The way the game's going and evolving, it is what it is. Good luck to him if he gets it, along with the other guys. That's the nature of the game in this minute in time. It's like transfer fees. Who bothers now if this guy moved for 200 million, 300 million? It's irrelevant because it's the way the modern game's going, and good luck to him.
Just out of interest, as a former Arsenal player, seeing Alexis Sanchez at the top of the list, does he deserve to be the best paid player? Is he worthy of that recognition?
Well, I think yes, because of what happened at the time and the circumstances. He was running his contract down at Arsenal. Manchester United wanted another piece to add to Jose Mourinho.
Should add that City said no at this point.
Yeah.
As well.
And look, they were running away with the league. They can say no. Manchester United are trying to play catch-up. So getting another piece like Sanchez, who is a top-quality player, it works for them. They don't have to pay out a huge transfer fee. So what tends to happen is when the transfer fee comes down, the salary goes up, and rightly so, the player benefits more. So he deserves it because of just the positioning.
Deserves to be at the top, given the impact that De Bruyne had last season.
Well, don't forget, De Bruyne is going to get his chance.
Yes.
He's going to get his chance when his next contract's ready. He's going to get his chance in a year or so. So it's all pretty relevant. And Sanchez is, what is he, 29, 30? So he's not a spring chicken. De Bruyne's, mid-20s. So these guys have got a lot of time on their hands to be earning more than Sanchez.
Your take on the Sanchez being top of the pile right now? Top dog in terms of earnings?
It's totally irrelevant.
It's still totally irrelevant.
Absolutely, because the way the money is going and the Premier League is going, there's no limit to it. It's going to keep going in 1 or 2 years' time. If Kevin says there, Kevin De Bruyne could double that easily, just because of the way they finance the game, the media rights, the TV rights, everything's just snowballing. It's not stopping, and I can't see it stopping in this moment in time.
Just out of interest, behind the scenes, I'm not going to ask how much all the players at, say, Stoke or Villa were getting paid, but how big is the gap?
Between that and the top six?
Between the highest paid players at a Stoke, at an Aston Villa?
Yeah, you can't compete with that. There's no way you can compete with that.
Not even close?
No, you're not even a millimetre away from it.
Really?
Yeah, no, you're not near that. Not at that level, no.
But still strong enough to attract players across Europe?
Absolutely. When you sign a contract, in that moment you sign a contract, you're happy with it. Doesn't matter if you're £1,000 a week or £50,000 a week. You're happy with that as an individual. So don't compare yourself to Alexis Sanchez or Paul Pogba. They players have earned that. They're happy with that. That's my big thing of it. You've signed your contract, well, you must be happy with it. As long as they've got that fire and the hunger in their stomachs to go and win trophies.
Do you have young players expecting to get paid that much?
Not that.
Not that much, but probably more than they would be valued elsewhere.
But again, that's the Premier League issue of it, and it's filtering down to the Championship, where the Championship has to pay good money now to try and compete with the Premier League. Different structure in Germany, but it's totally different finances. For an example, Bayern Munich can't go out and buy a player for 80, 90 million. That's Bayern Munich. Manchester City can do it like that, drop of a hat. So the Premier League it's massive, it's huge financially, it's the best league. But without a doubt, it's the best league for finance.
I think you look at the business model, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, the clubs, as Paul mentioned, Bayern Munich are a huge club, top 10 club, but they can't. Their business model isn't to go out and buy 80, 90, 100 million pound players. They will develop. They will buy players in Germany who they can bring into their system and develop them there. But the Premier League is a monster right now, and the way the TV rights and the money within the game's going, look at some of the smaller clubs can hold off the bigger clubs from actually taking their players.
Yeah.
And if the big clubs or so-called bigger clubs want the players, they have to pay an astronomical amount of money for them, because one thing is for the player to move, but you have to replace him. Yeah. And if you're going to replace him with quality, the player who you get in is going to want good money. So it's a spiral.
Last question, though, and this is on a more personal level. Your son was under Paul at Stoke last season. I mean, it must be so hard for him to get an opportunity and hard for a manager to justify picking somebody who's come up through the system, hasn't cost a lot, versus buying a player from elsewhere and putting him in, and almost feeling obligated to be playing said individual because you paid for him.
No, well, I mean, Kevin's son, Tyrese, I mean, I don't know. I just looked at the big picture of, well, this young kid's got a chance. Throw him in, regardless if...
So you don't look at players that have been bought
reputations.
and have been a lot of money, and you've got the likes of Saido Berahino there, etc., unable to make an impact?
The reputations, me personally, it's what you do in the match day and in the training. Reputations, you can't pick somebody on the reputation alone. You can't do it. When Kevin's son Tyrese I threw him in against Leicester City. So I knew the impact it would have with the supporters as well, with one of their own coming through, and this young kid that everybody was wanting to see. It was impressing me in training. Let's see what you've got. It wasn't a gift because it was Kevin Campbell's son.
Of course.
He'd earned the right, regardless if he was on 5,000, 10,000, 500. He'd earned the right for me to go, okay, in you go, regardless what. I viewed it the way I needed a manager like that to throw me in. I'm pretty sure Kevin did. You need a manager to have faith in you to say, okay, if you're young enough and I think you're good enough, you throw them in.
I'm just wondering about that balance. Playing players that you paid for versus youth.
Adam, look, it's. I'm sure when things get tight and get difficult, sometimes a manager has to go to his tried and tested. It's difficult to try and give a kid a chance. But if you don't give the kids a chance, how else are you going to know what you've got on your hands? So it's a fine line to be able to do that sort of thing. And I commend Paul. Obviously, I was happy my son made his debut. But to be able to give Lasse Sorensen his debut as well, to give these kids a chance that's what football's about. It's not just about earning £500,000 a week. And it's about giving young talented players opportunities.
Yep.
And if the clubs don't do that, what's going to happen to the game?